Welcome to Social Exploration. In this video, we'll be discussing about the theoretical approaches, the classical organizational theory.
Let's get in detail about the theoretical approaches to the study of organization, which consist of three types. The one is classical theory, next is neoclassical theory, and last is modern theory. All these theory occurred in three different eras. Let's see in detail about the classical organizational theory. The term classical in English is something which is traditionally accepted or long established. In the beginning, the large-scale operations were carried out by organizations with the help of unskilled and semi-skilled people. But later on, when the technology developed, it changed the entire industrial scenario. Because of that, new economic, social, and technical problems sprung up. Thereby, there was a need for solving these problems and called out for the development of organizational forms and management practices, which were different from the traditional ones. This phenomenon changed the individualistic nature of organization and management into mechanical nature. The classical organizational theorists view organization as a mission and human beings as different components of the mission. Their approach was focused on input-output of the organization and give less attention to constraining and facilitating factors in the external environments. The workers were considered to be driven by economic consideration, who could be solely motivated by economic rewards such as pay, incentives, etc. While managers were regarded as kind-hearted, rational, intelligent, and qualified people. Increased human productivity would facilitate the organization in achieving its goal and objectives, while on the other hand, workers would get higher wages in return for their increased productivity. Thus, management is to emphasize on the improvement of machine in order to get higher productivity from the people at the minimum expense. The key characteristics of the classical organizational theory was proposed by William Scott and Terence McKenna. They state that there are four key pillars on which the classical organizational theory is built on. They are division of labor, scalar and functional processes, structure, and the span of control. So, the division of labor is nothing but breaking down of the entire organizational work into smaller elements. And these smaller elements are allocated to each and every employee so that they specialize themselves on it, and in turn, the organizational efficiency also increases. Next one is a scalar and functional process. It is the flow of command in an organization. The scalar processes includes the flow of command from top to bottom, which is a vertical structure, where in functional the flow of command will be horizontal, which is an horizontal type of organization. The horizontal type of organization is a group of various functions into units and clearly defining the relationship between the various heads of the units. Thus, the group of functions can be done on the basis of purpose, process, client, place, etc. But whereas in scalar, the flow of command is from top to bottom and the obligations and reporting is from bottom to top. Next is the structure. Structure is nothing but it is the relationship between the line and staff in an organization. The line personals, they work on the floor of the unit, the manufacturing unit, whereas the staff act as a licensing person. In a manufacturing industry, the production unit are called as the line function, while the personal and financials are called as staff functions. Next one is the span of control. In a large organization, it is very much difficult for the managers to control the unlimited number of workers. So what they do is they allocate the subordinates who will control or supervise the entire crowd. Due to this, there forms a pyramidal type of structure having top executives, middle managers, junior managers, and the bottom and the first line supervisors. The, in this, the chain of command flows from top to bottom, and the line of responsibility flows from bottom to top, and there is no provision of upward communication in this system except in the relation to the result of the task performance.
The classical organization theory are subdivided into three theories: scientific management theory, administrative management theory, and bureaucracy theory. The scientific management theory was proposed by Frederick Winslow Taylor, who proposed the emphasis on the efficiency of the lower level of the organization. The Taylor and his followers insisted upon dividing and subdividing the task through time and motion studies, because he was of the view that objective analysis of facts and collection of data in the workplace could provide the basis for determining the best way to organize the work. This approach is also known as mission theory or physiological theory. The main concern with the theory is the task at the floor level or the operative level, and these tasks were quite different from other tasks in an organization. These tasks are highly repetitive in nature, so that the daily activities of the worker can be subdivided into a large number of cyclical repetitions. Thus, it does not require any problem solving activity by the workers who handle them. So, more attention was given in standardizing the work methods. The next theory is the administrative management theory, which was proposed by Henry Fayol. The administrative stream focused on the efficiency of higher levels. It was concerned with the managerial organization and process. He studied the functions and laid down the principles of management in a systematic manner for the guidance of managers. The theorists have viewed the central problem as being one where there must be the identification of tasks necessary for achieving the general purpose of the organization and of the grouping or departmentalization to fulfill those functions most effectively. Next is the bureaucracy theory, which was proposed by Max Weber. In his work, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, he first used the word bureaucracy in this. He believed bureaucracy was the first most efficient way to set up an organization, administration, and organizations. Max Weber believed that the bureaucracy was a better than a traditional structure. In a bureaucratic organization, everyone is treated equal and the division of labor is clearly described and defined for each and every employee. Bureaucracy is an organizational structure that is characterized by many rules, standardized processes, procedures, and requirements, number of desks, meticulous division of labor and responsibility, clear hierarchies, and professional, most impersonal interactions between employees. According to the bureaucratic theory of Max Weber, such a structure was indispensable in large organizations in structurally performing all tasks by a great number of employees. In addition, the bureaucratic organization and promotion only occur on the basis of technical qualifications. According to the bureaucratic theory of Max Weber, three types of power can be found in organizations: traditional power, charismatic power, and legal power. According to bureaucratic theory of Max Weber, bureaucracy is a basis for the systematic formation of any organization and is designed to ensure efficiency and economic effectiveness. It is an ideal model for management and its administration to bring an organization's power structure into focus. Max Weber's bureaucratic theory have six types of characteristics, where task specialization, in which the tasks are divided into simple routine categories on the basis of competence and functional specializations. The hierarchy of authority, where managers are organized into hierarchical layers, where each layer of management is responsible for its staff and overall performance. The formal selection of employees are selected on the basis of technical skills and competence, which have been acquired through training, education, and experience. The rules and requirements are, are required to ensure uniformity among the employees so that employees know exactly what is expected out of them in an organization. The impersonal or the impersonality or the personal indifference in an organization is nothing but the regulation and clear requirements create distant and impersonal relationship between the employees with the additional advantages of preventing nepotism or involvement from outsiders or politics. Last but not least, the career orientation is nothing but the employee of a bureaucratic organization are selected on the basis of their expertise. This helps in the deployment of the right people in the right position and thereby optimally utilizing human capital. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and click the bell icon for further notification.